and your environment. And today with me, I have in the house Comrade Maxwell Egbe, the State Secretary, Private Sector Participant. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Giver. Thank you.
Then another person is Comrade Osawaru Adeni, the Treasurer, Private Sector Participant. You are welcome.
Good morning, moderator, viewers, once again. God bless you.
And another person is Madam Esther Edafe, the State Secretary, Environmental Health Officers. You are welcome.
Association.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Host. Thank you, Dentas. Good morning, all.
Yeah, I remain your host, Gilbert Oye. Today we are going to look at some aspect of environment. And today we are going to dwell on how to avoid negative effect of flooding. Flooding, we are now in rainy season, or we are approaching, or
We are inside.
already
We are
inside
inside.
the rainy season. So that is what we want to look at. And I want to say Maxwell Egbe, looking at it critically, avoiding negative aspect of flooding. How do we go about it?
Okay. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Gilbert. Thank you, viewers. First of all, I want us to start from how do flood occur?
Okay,
Or
very
what
good.
causes flooding?
All right. Before
Before the avoiding. It is, of course, known fact that flooding can be caused by both natural and human activities.
Okay.
Natural in the sense that from a very small perspective, natural in the sense that when the seas, the oceans, overflow their banks,
Yes.
can cause flooding. When the ice in the Arctics are melting due to climatic change.
Yeah.
Because when we say natural, we are talking about the climatic change.
Yes.
When there's a climatic change due to our human activity that we cannot control. We cannot control the climatic conditions of the world. It was created by God, and that is how it is. We can only control our activities that also causes flooding.
Yeah.
Human beings, we cause flooding with so many activities that we are engaged ourselves in as we live our lives on earth here. One of them is building structures on natural waterways. The world was so powerfully designed by the best architect in the world, in the universe, which is God himself, yes. He so much designed the universe that everything was taken into consideration and everything was put in place. But due to our own selfishness, greed, and self-centeredness, everybody wants to live in Victoria Island, everybody wants to live inside the city, Lekki, everybody wants to live in Banana Island, everybody wants to live inside Asaba Metropolis. So in doing that, places that were naturally created by water to follow when there's overflowing, when there's too much rain, where it's supposed to flow on itself, by itself, find its own way. We go there, cover it up with sand,
Yes.
and build structures, and build structures on it. And shamefully, the urban renewal, urban development agency, urban planning, they will approve the building for you to build, even when they know that it is a waterway. So both natural causes and human causes. There are so many human activities that causes flood. Another one is blocking our drainages that the government have designed to carry out water from excess rainfalls and from other avenues back to the ocean, back to the sea, back to the rivers, back to the lagoons. We use our own human activity once again to block these channels that has been created. And one of the ways is indiscriminate dumping of refuse. when you dump your refuse indiscriminately, it will, when the rain falls, it packs everything, takes it into the gutters, and use it to go and block where the water is supposed to flow through to leave our, what do you call it, our area surrounding where we have where we are staying. So when you throw a sachet of water on the floor, when you throw a corn cob on the floor, when you you fell your trees and you leave it on the ground, when you empty your dustbin on the floor, when the rain comes, it carries all of this, put inside the drainage system and use it to go and block a natural waterway. And so many other activities of human beings that we are using to disturb the flow of water, whether artificial flow of water, which the government do create, like I said, drainage systems, gutters, water storms, or the natural one that God created where this water go on their way. Example is Iyabi.
Okay.
There's a small stream that flows from the airport, Mandela Garden.
Yes.
Very small stream. I think it comes from across the road,
Yes,
near the NNPC mega filling station.
Yes.
So that is a
Back
natural
of,
waterway, and it flows through to Ebuzo Road
Yes.
after GSM, passes under, I think they made a tunnel for it under the road,
Yes.
and it finds its way continually to the River Niger.
Yes, yes.
As I'm talking to you now, they are claiming those waterways. People have started pouring sand, wanting to build structures on it. Some people are claiming it. If you go to the airport, beside the airport now,
Yes.
beside the airport, you see they are filling it with sand, trying to reclaim a land there, thereby disturbing the natural waterways. So those are the implications.
So, are they looking at what we are discussing now? Naturally, we are seeing all these things. Even before we come to a place to live, we see the natural design of everything. Why is it that we also, try to,
Distort it.
into natural
Encroach.
things?
One, because first of all, thank you, Mr. Gilbert. They say when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. I want to say why humans always want to challenge nature is because this mentality that they can create something, they can do something out of nothing. That is one of the mentality that human have possessed that is making them fight nature. Naturally, what we are talking about is a natural thing. Flood, even before development, flood has come to be. But it always finds its way. But now, because of our attitude, like you have said, always trying to distort natural phenomenon that God has put in place and nature has put in place, the repercussion is what we always get by this overflooding. Now, let me start from this our contest here in Asaba, where he just made reference of. When I came into Asaba 2006, when I came into Asaba, when you're driving through that express, you see the water flow like a stream.
Yes, very
clean.
Very clean, like a stream. 2006, then all this development you are seeing at Okpana, it has not come. When you're driving, you will see it as a stream. Flowing. And then it does not overflow the road. It was following the tunnel under. There. On its own. It was flowing there. Why? Because there was no pressure coming. It was going seamlessly. Now, as development started coming, human in our natural, destructive manner that we said is development, started blocking it. I can remember there was nothing like flood on that express road when you are driving. It was when development started rapidly in Okpanam that we started experiencing that flood blocking that road.
Yes.
When the airport project came up extensively, when they were doing this airport project, because even the airport said distort the flow up on the other side. They have to put a very big tunnel. The runway you are looking now, there's a big tunnel under that this water flow passes through.
At least they created an avenue.
Yes, they created so that it will flow.
Yeah.
Now, humans are like, you can see this now. You see this project you're just showing us now. You can see the power,
The pressure.
the water is coming with.
Yes.
Now, before this design, where was the water going? It is this kind of pressure that was coming before this creativity design that was destroying houses. Now, this kind of creativity design, naturally, God has made it available even before man,
Yes.
so that water can pass through there. But man has come in the name of development, distorting the natural flow that God has. See, this God, the greatest architect and designer you can ever think of is God. Because he will not do what will hurt his people. Now, you just ask the question, why are we always doing things that is causing problems for us?
And
Sir,
we is this, everything is coming
We
to
are
us.
the C end receiver of the
Yeah.
repercussion. Sir, if I may shock you now, we're talking about flood. Do you know Dubai now?
Boy.
Oga,
See what
we're
Dubai
talking
is
about
facing.
flood. Do you know Dubai that they said is the finest city? Do you know what is happening to Dubai now?
When everybody is running
Oga,
to.
it is as a result
Hey,
of man
Yes.
One
trying
to
to try God, trying to
interfering,
interfere
yeah.
in God's
True,
activity.
Yes, yes.
Now, do you know what they did when I got into the news of what happened in Dubai? They sent thunder to the sky
To go and-
to go and incubate the sky to be pregnant.
Bring water down.
By force incubation, they sent used a technology to send thunder to the sky to forcefully pregnant the sky, incubate them,
And bring down water.
and bring down water. And now, when they forcefully incubate the sky and the water came, it has to
Couldn't
pour.
stop.
It started pouring, it could not stop because child, when belle never reach, you don't go there remove am for hospital.
Now premature.
Now premature e go born now, or the woman will bleed till she will die.
Yeah.
They didn't allow natural to take its course. Now they incubate it.
Does rain
Now
fall in
they-
desert?
Thank you. Now you have look at the repercussion. Now they are evacuating people.
Serious devastation.
They are evacuating people.
Life is
Now-
had been involved.
That is what I'm telling you.
All the beautiful
Structures that made it look beautiful.
See cars.
Everything
flowing
submerged.
under the-
Now that is where we are coming to our place here.
God.
Our rural and urban development agency, I don't know what they are doing, but the governor gives them subvention every month. They collect subvention every month. What are they doing? Urban planning, what are they doing? Town planning, what are they? DDPA. These people that are supposed to be the architect and the custodian on structural arrangement, what are they doing?
Okay.
Go to Okpanam now.
Blocked
Road, the existing road.
Blocked roads,
Block,
blocked.
that is what is happening.
Building houses
and
half
because
facade.
everything is becoming a close.
A close,
Yes.
everywhere
Yeah.
close.
In those days, before you have a close, it must be given to you by government. Avenue. These days, people come outside and name a street avenue. Do you know what an avenue is?
Even
A
a
street,
close,
a
even
street,
a
a
close, they
street.
name it avenue.
Before they name a place an avenue, it must befit what they call avenue. Before they name a place a street or a close, like the highway now, can you call it Okpanam Road Highway?
No.
You must befit the name they call you. But what we are doing now in Nigeria, as about where we sit now, is that people just come, take laws into their hand because
Build
he
the
has
house on-
money.
on a- on a-
One
on a
Anambra
road.
man will just come because he has money. He will go and meet commissioner
Close
for
the road,
environment. So unfortunately, he's not here. He will go and meet commissioner for environment. He will tell him, Oga Gidedima, he don't use green paper. He will meet this one. Commissioner will call this one. Before you know, they give him a license to operate on what will affect the common man. And because the man knows that thing will have future effect, he will take his foundation 6 feet.
Very, very
And
hard.
leave the other houses. to-
Leave the other houses to submerge. He will go and buy jeep 6 feet above the sea level. He can drive
When
anywhere
they
and
use
go
his
in.
house.
So you can see what man is doing to man, and we are the cause of this problem. Look at the small rain that has been falling of late. Sir, as I talk to you, the small rain that has been falling of late, roads have been closing.
Yes.
Small rain, it never start to.
No.
You see what is happening in Dubai. That incubation, you think it's only Dubai is going to affect? It's going to trickle round.
Yes.
So we need to prepare, and part of our preparation, we don't even prepare well. The government never prepare well for anything. We are preparing for flood. Look at the kind of drainage they are doing at Ogbogonogu, 4 feet by 4 feet. How can you be doing 4 feet by 4 feet drain
Underground drainage,
underground?
4 feet. Very small.
With that,
Sand and dirt will just block
Sir,
it in 1 month.
you
Too
did,
narrow.
you did, You did a 20-feet depth.
And you are doing it 4x4.
A 20-feet depth. Okay, I went there because I don't know
Yeah,
stock.
yeah, I've been seeing it.
20-feet depth, and you are doing a
4x4.
4x4.
That that will block in
drainage
in one
in a
in one
20-feet depth. Who does that?
in 1 month. That will block that system.
Even this your drain that is front of your place here is 6 feet deep or 8 feet, and you are not doing concrete. Oh, now you are doing 20 feet depth, and you are doing a 4x4 concrete drainage inside. So why did you dig that height?
Hi.
So I don't understand. Sometimes government we have misplaced priority.
We are the
No,
engineers.
maybe they have
That nothing, no step.
that
I was
size,
there again this morning. That size.
It will,
It's too-
dirty
it will block
dirty.
early.
One sack of corn, we go and
will
block
block
it.
it.
Yes.
So what I expect is that kind of a drain, you're supposed to have
6 feet by
a driveway covered
yeah.
where cars can drive in.
keke, any drainage that you want to use to control flood.
Keke
If
should be able to drive
a
inside.
Helios should be able to drive through. Any drain that you want to use to control flood, a mega drain, a vehicle should be able to drive
through,
in.
like this one's on Okpanam Road.
If a vehicle enter inside, it should drive well, select gear, they go. And you say you are using that kind of
To control in the Imogbe, from Imogbe,
yes.
where the empty refuse into
Inside the drain.
inside
that
drainage.
place, the
Imogbe is not even
speed
GRA.
of the
Thank you.
That is where the highest
That's way of indiscriminate dumping
dumping
is. I have cleaned a